Hello, my name is Georgia Monroe, and I will be teaching the Employment Unit 18 transition lesson, Workplace Advocacy. Our repeated storyline is I need to respect everyone in my workplace environment. Key points. Number one, every employee has the right to be treated fairly. And number two, it is illegal to treat someone unfairly at work because of their disability. And number three, accommodations help you perform your job better. Community integration. Students will practice skills learned throughout the educational environment and during community-based experiences. Okay, the steps of critical thinking. Number one, listen to the question. Number two, listen to the choices. Number three, think about what you know. Number four, make a choice. Okay, we have our predictions. What will our lesson be about? This is a prediction. What do you think the lesson will be about? Do you think it will be about paying your rent? Do you think it will be about Florida, the state of Florida? Or do you think it's going to be about advocacy? You have plenty of time to think about it right now. We're going to go on to our next slide, and at the end, we're going to come back to this same slide in the conclusion, and you'll have a chance to make a choice. So think about it between now and then. What will our lesson be about? Repeat a storyline. I need to respect everyone in my workplace environment. The steps of synthesizing knowledge. Number one, listen to your teacher. Number two, listen to the whole lesson. Number three, think about the information now. And number four, think about the information later. And vocabulary words for workplace advocacy. Rights, accommodations, self-advocacy, disability, and laws. Employment, week 18, workplace advocacy. Let's learn about advocacy in the workplace. These are our vocabulary words again. Rights, accommodations, self-advocacy, disability, and laws. Rights. Rights is our first vocabulary word. Rights are what every human being deserves, no matter who they are and where they live. It doesn't matter if you live overseas or if you live in the United States. You have rights. Everyone has the right to safety, being helped by the police officer. Everyone has the right to freedom of speech. They deserve to be heard. If you feel you need to say something, you have that right. Everyone has the right to be treated fairly. It is not right to be treated unfairly. Accommodations is our next vocabulary. Reasonable changes to help you complete a task. Repeat a storyline. I need to respect everyone in my workplace environment. Self-advocacy. Speaking or acting on your own behalf to improve your quality of life, effect personal change, or correct inequalities. That's a complex definition. It makes you think and want to scratch your head. Essentially, advocacy is standing up for yourself. Still not sure of what self-advocacy is? Let's look at a video.
Self-advocacy means to speak up. Speaking up for your rights, no matter what the issue or the concern is. To speak for oneself and speak for others.
I have my own voice. I speak up for myself.
Standing up for your rights and not relying on staff or your support staff to make decisions for you.
The ability to be independent, live your life to its fullest extent.
We took issues like will work, will pay.
When you got control of your life, of your everyday affairs.
The ability to have choices in my life.
That's just about information sharing. It's about being in the community. I worked really hard in the community because of my unique disability to get the word out that people like us should be in the community. Other people will decide what you will do. If you are not at the table, you don't know what those people are going to decide.
A part of being a self-advocate is to get out there and start networking.
And if you don't know how to do that, you should go and ask a self-advocate person that knows how to do it, and they'll help you.
The biggest thing is being included in the community with society, and it's inclusion within college, schools.
We came out here to learn from y'all anyway, and that's what we want people to understand. When we need help and all that from y'all, that's what we want.
I like to be out, helping people, and teaching people.
I learned to speak up and not be ashamed of who I am. And not
Be ashamed of who you are. Speak up. You have that right. Everyone has some kind of disability, and some are just more obvious than others. And what is a disability? A disability is a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. Laws. Laws is our next vocabulary word. Rules made by the government to help keep everyone safe. And there are Americans with Disabilities Act guarantees fair treatment in public places in the workplace. In the workplace, if you need help getting your job done, it is your right to ask. Raise your hand and ask, or either tap them on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And reasonable changes are guaranteed by the law to help you. Providing an interpreter. Providing an interpreter helps you to understand in your own language. Making materials available in large print. This is for people that cannot read the smaller print and needs something more magnified. If you need an advocate for yourself at work, here are a few tips to help. Number 1, know what you want to talk about beforehand. Number 2, know who you need to talk to about your concern. And number 3, talk to your supervisor or boss one-on-one. Know who you need to talk to about your concern. Sometimes talking to your coworkers about a problem isn't the best idea. If the problem is work related, it may be best to talk to your supervisor or your boss. And know what you want to talk about beforehand. What is the problem? What are the possible solutions? Talk to your supervisor or your boss one-on-one. It's best to talk to your supervisor or boss when it's just the two of you around so that you have privacy. Steps to critical problem solving. What is the problem? Number 1, what is the problem? Number 2, how do you know? Number 3, what do you need to solve the problem? Number 4, do you have all the information? Number 5, try to solve. Number 6, is it wrong? Try again. So let's put our critical thinking together and solve this problem. The Americans with Disability Act is a blank to advocate for people with disabilities. The choices you have are a fan. Would it be a fan? Would it be a textbook? Or a law? Would it be a law? The Americans with Disabilities Act is a blank to advocate for people with disabilities. Make a choice. If you have chosen the law, you have made the correct choice. Next question. Installing a wheelchair ramp is an example of a reasonable blank. Would it be argument, change, or pencil? Make a choice. If you've chosen change, you made the correct choice. In the workplace, you should always be treated with respect, bully, or rude. Make a choice. If you have chosen respect, you have made the correct choice. Now, in the beginning, we talked about our prediction. Now you're going to talk about whether you're going to decide whether you have made the correct choice or not at that time, when you were just thinking about what your prediction was, what this lesson was about. Did you make the correct prediction? Yes. I don't know. Oh no, or no. Let's see. The conclusion. Remember I said we're going to talk about this in our conclusion. What was our lesson about? Before we was thinking, we were saying, what do you think it was going to be about? But now I'm saying, what was the lesson about? Was it about paying rent? Was it about the state of Florida? Or was it about advocacy? Make a choice. If you have chosen advocacy, you have made the correct choice. This concludes our lesson for today. Yay! Workplace advocacy. Remember, you have the right. You deserve the right. You can speak up for yourself and you can ask for help. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Goodbye.